Now, there was a time before I switched PCs when you would look out on this whole area down below us here, and there would be a giant pasture full of rainbow-colored dinosaurs. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Lost Game Chronicles. It's Kelly, and today we are just, hanging out in Ark for a bit. My internet is down, so I don't really have much that I can do today. I don't know when my internet is coming back. Honestly, it doesn't really bother me that much, but whatever. Anyway, it's just kind of annoying because I can't play any games that require like an online connection, which turns out these days most games. So anyway, I thought we would do something different today. This is my private Ark little, I don't know what I would call it, hatchery? Genetic experiment, I suppose. So a few years back, I started playing Ark. Let me start by saying this is Ark Survival Evolved. This is the old one. They have a new one. I will not be buying it. I do not endorse buying this game. I do not support this game in any way, shape, or form. I don't think you should buy it, and I don't think anybody that you know should buy it. I would not recommend this game to anyone. Not this version, not anything by this studio. It is bad. This is a bad game. Having said that, I absolutely love it. I don't know. I have such an unhealthy relationship with this game in that I really hate it. I hate the people who make it, but I love this game. Oh god, all right. So anyway, this is a server that I just mess around on. It's like a personal server, and I make crazy dinosaurs. Now, there was a time before I switched PCs when you would look out on this whole area down below us here, and there would be a giant pasture full of rainbow-colored dinosaurs. Unfortunately, that save did not transfer with the new PC. So, and it was basically unplayable at that point with my old PC. It was done. It was never gonna run Ark again. So yeah, I had like an elevator here, and you could go down, and you could there was like all kinds of rainbow colored dinosaurs down there. It was great. So I've revived my setup on the new PC. I guess the local files for whatever reason didn't get transferred. So it's fine. It's whatever. Because it was like a single player server, basically. That I occasionally had other people play. So anyway, yeah, basically I just decided to start setting it up again. So I thought we'd go through and I'd show you how we make rainbow colored dinosaurs, and maybe make a rainbow colored dinosaur today. I don't know. Does anyone care about this? Probably not. But it's fun. Okay, so first of all, I learned everything that I know about breeding in Ark from there's a person who used to do Ark stuff on YouTube. I believe he's on Twitch as well. Tag Back TV, I believe he's called. I'll link him in the description. He has loads of tutorials on this kind of thing. I'm just gonna talk about the color stuff today for the purposes of this video. But if you're interested in diving deeper, God forbid that you own this game and you want to breed dinosaurs, please, for the love of God. Anyway, so there's some dinosaurs here, like this poison wyvern, who are just here to defend the other ones, because I don't want them all going crazy and running around. But anyway, we've got our ankylosaurs here, and they're breeding, and we've got our gallimimus here, and they're breeding. And then we've got down here, we've got Doedicurus, and we've got some parasaurs, and we've got some iguanodons, and then of course we've got our big beautiful Spinos here, Spinosaurus, and the T-Rexes are in the process of mating right now. That's the male, that's the female. They're 62% of the way through mating, so let's not look at them. Give them some privacy. Down there's an ice wyvern that is defending the T-Rexes like they need it. But yeah, these guys are all on passive, so they won't respond. Like something could beat them to death, and anyway. So I've got a couple of wyverns dotted around that are responsible for defending. Up there, that's the Quetzalcoatlus, I believe they're called. But anyway, these things actually, so we've got some fantasy creatures, obviously, in Ark. There's the wyverns. Those are not real. We've also got over here, you can see there's some griffins. And then up there, there's like some snowy owl looking things, which I'm pretty sure are not real. But up at the top there, those are Quetzals. Those things actually existed. And apparently, as far as we know, were the largest creature to have ever flown, like to have developed flight. They're very, very big. But anyway, they're perched up there. They're also mating right now, so let's not look at them. Got a couple of these little like, I don't know what they are, little bird things. We got some stegos, obviously. Those actually existed. We've got some Triceratops. Ooh, so beautiful. Hello, babies. They also actually existed. We've got some turtle guys. I'm pretty sure these things actually existed as well. We've also got some baryonyx here. These things actually existed. They're a relative of Spinosaurs, I believe. They've also got kind of, you can see like the spine down their back and stuff like that. And of course, these are like, we don't know for sure that any of these dinosaurs look the way that they do here, obviously. Oh yeah, there's my Brontos. There they are. Most of them, it's just a guess. But you know, whatever. And then I've got those guys down there. Yeah, my Brontos are down there. Hello, babies. You can also see on the end there, those are Uteranus, which were like Russian tyrannosaurs. We'll go down and look at them in a minute. But yeah, and then we've got these giants, they're called Sarcosuchus, and they're like the biggest crocodiles, I think, that ever existed. They're very big. We've got some Allosaurus, we've got our griffins, obviously not real. Deinonychus, which I believe are real. And these right there are Dinosaurs, also real. They're herbivores, but they've got these big ass claws. Kind of crazy. Anyway, this wasn't meant to be like a dinosaur review video, but we're gonna just quickly introduce you to the crowd. Normally, I had way more dinosaurs than this. These are just the pairs that I've kind of replaced over the last, like, I don't know, a few days since I started playing Ark again a little bit. But there's the Tapejara, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. But those guys are up there. They're kind of like a type of like pterosaur. We've got Carnotaurs here. Of course, everyone's favorites, the raptor. These are not velociraptors, they're just regular raptors. I don't know what kind of raptors they are. These are the Nedry dinosaurs. And then, of course, we've got these guys are another type of crocodile. These guys are fucking crazy. They like launch themselves at your face. It's crazy. And then Archaeopteryx, we've got Compies, very cute. I think they killed a little girl in like one of the Jurassic Park movies. Or no, they didn't kill her, they injured her. And then there's these guys. This is the first dinosaur I legitimately tamed in Ark, a Megalosaurus. I have very distinct memories of like coming upon this thing on the beach when I first played Ark, and then realizing at some point my friend screaming, "It's awake," because we didn't know what it was doing. It just sitting there, and you could basically walk right up to it, and it was just kind of laying there. But when it becomes night, they wake up, and boy oh boy are they not fun to deal with at night. Anyway, it ate us. It's awake. And not really having the opportunity to run away from it. It was pretty bad. Anyway, pteranodons we've got right there. I'm gonna change the time of day so that we can see again. Oh, there we go. Okay. And then another wyvern that's defending the herd, and then we've got some Argentavus down there, which are basically just big eagles. So that's most of what we've got. Like I said, the wyverns are breeding. I've got pairs set up in addition to my guards. And then if we go over here, you'll be able to see the last couple of things we have. Where the hell are they? There they are, Diplodocus. They're cute. They're like Brontos, but smaller and snugglier. So in addition to that, we've also got these like these things set up, like troughs set up nearby. The only mod that is really necessary for this setup is Structures Plus, and I will show you why. It's because of this lovely little contraption here. And it just collects eggs and it incubates them. So if this line is the amount of incubation, if the line was full, then it would be not incubated at all. But when it gets down to like that, it means it's ready to hatch. So basically this collects all of the eggs. Whenever dinosaurs breed, they're just set up to enable mating, and they'll just mate whenever they're able to. There's like a cooldown refractory period situation that you have to wait for. So rather than running around and collecting the eggs by hand, I have this machine suck up the eggs. And so I've got a few of them dotted around, and they just incubate the eggs down to being ready to hatch. The other thing that I try to do, so all of these dinosaurs, these are all spawned. I GM summoned all of them, and I GM summoned them until they're all level 150. And you might say, why not just GM summon them until you get rainbow colored ones? Because you can't get rainbow colored ones. I could set the, okay, so let's be real here. All right, there is a way to change the color of dinosaurs with GM codes, with console commands. So I could just make this dinosaur right here rainbow colored, and I could skip all of the steps, and I could just make cool colored dinosaurs like that. But that is missing the whole point. You cannot summon a naturally colored rainbow colored dinosaur. They have certain colors that can appear on them. Oh god, they're breeding too. They have certain colors that can appear on them, and those are the only ones that'll naturally spawn or summon naturally. Like I said, I could use console commands to change that and make this guy like purple or whatever, and that would be pretty cool. But that's not what we're doing. We are about doing this legit, even though I summoned every single one of these dinosaurs at level 150. You could summon them at level 1, it wouldn't matter. I summoned them at level 150 because I don't want them to get killed if something manages to get up here and start rampaging through. So it's just easier to have them at level 150, but you could put them at whatever level you wanted, it wouldn't matter. But anyway, oh god, you guys are breeding again. What the hell? Everybody's getting it on right now. So let's just take the ankylosaurs as an example. All right, so they've got certain color zones on their bodies. Like their spikes are a different color. You can see they've got this brown color on their back. They've also got this blackish color. They've got like a skin color on their bellies, like a leg color. Yeah, so they have multiple zones. Some dinosaurs have fewer zones, like these guys. These guys, I believe, have 3. It's their feathers, their body color, and their like accent color. Because you can see like this one here has like a kind of orangey color, and this guy's kind of got more red. I summon basically a whole bunch of these guys until I get pairs that are relatively similar in color. This makes it a lot easier to tell when I've got a mutation. And mutations are the way that you get crazy colors. Oh, see, this egg's gonna disappear. That's a fertilized egg. And if you watch, yeah, there it goes. So one of the hatcheries just sucked that up. Which is good. They pulse every few seconds. That's why I've got a few of them. And also because their inventories are limited and I don't want to have a bunch of baby dinosaurs just running around all over the place. We might do like Rexes today. I don't know. We'll see. And then this is my hatchery area. I've got a couple of hatcheries. So I've got this one here. This one is for eggs. It's got these air conditioners in there. You need the air conditioners to finish hatching the eggs because they're down to like 1%. But if the climate isn't quite right, then it won't like completely, it won't hatch them like naturally. You'll have to use the air conditioners. So that's why that one has air conditioners. These ones are going to be, I'm going to set up mammal breeding in here. So mammals are harder because their babies just pop out. after their gestation period. So it's just like, so you can't really control when the babies come. They just kind of come when the gestation period is done. So you have to turn the mammals on and off. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put ramps. I'm going to perch the mammals on the ramps around the outside edge. And in theory, the babies just fall off onto the floor. And then I'm able to look at them down here without the parents getting in the way. That's the theory. And that one over there is the same setup. I haven't got the mammal breeding set up yet. But you can get things like equus, which are like early horses, and you can get things like I don't know, like all kinds of other stuff. There's like megaloceros, which are like big ancient elk kind of things, and like all kinds of stuff. So anyway, that's the mammal stuff. But yeah, so that's basically what you need for the setup if you were to want to do this yourself. If you're just here to see cute baby dinosaurs, we're going to do that in a second here. But yeah, so basically all of these feeding troughs just have various different kinds of foods in them. They've got berries, they've got some meats, and we've also got fish. So yeah, and that pretty much covers everything. I've got like 3 or 4 of these troughs around. I've got 3 or 4 of the hatcheries and pairs of dinosaurs. So like I said, we want to spawn them until we've got, and I'll show you why. So you can see like a lot of these guys are very similar colored, and that was purposeful. It was random, but it was purposeful. Okay, so I've got about 50 fertilized T-Rex eggs. That should give us a decent chance of mutation. But basically, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at our T-Rexes. Now, there are multiple color zones on this guy, like I said. One of them is on his back. Let me just fly up here. There we go. So we've got 2 color zones on their back. We've got their... you can see it better on this one. You've got the spine, you've got the red stripes kind of on this one here. You can see this guy's more similar to the rest of them. It's kind of like this brownish color. And then their body is this this third color. I think those are the only 3 zones. They do have these little kind of almost like plates on them, but I think those are always the same color. So it might just be the 3 color zones on these guys. Oh, and their bellies, of course, which is kind of hard to see in the light, but they're both like, I don't want to turn them around, but they're both kind of like a brownish colored belly. So that is basically what we're going to be looking for on our babies. They will, the babies, they will all either be the mother's color or the father's color in each of these color zones. So it might have like this color, like spine with like this red on their back. So you might mix and match that a little bit, but both of them have like fairly neutral colored bellies. They're like kind of brown. This one's brown. This one's like more of a grayish black color. And so the babies will all have one of those 2 colors. But we are going to be hoping for a mutation. If a mutation happens, it both mutates a gene, so like one of their stats. So what I should say, and like I said, we're not doing stats today, but their stats will always either be the parent's stat or the mother's stat or the father's stat. So either 5720 health or 6380 health. And if we were breeding for stats, we'd be trying to weed out a mutation on this particular version. So we'd want first to get 6380, and then we'd want to mutate that 6380 to a higher number. So that's what we'd be looking for. And you can stack mutations like that. So 6380 might become 6450. And 6450, you could mutate up to, 6500 or whatever. You get what I'm saying. So you could stack those mutations. But every time there's a stat mutation, there's also a chance for a color mutation. And sometimes you can get color mutations without stat mutations. So it's kind of random in that regard. So when we hatch the babies, what we're expecting is either to see the mother's color or the father's color. Okay, so we've got the other thing that we needed. This is the other very important thing that we need. Oh, come on. There we go. This is my friend Grim Reaper. So, you can imagine we're about to hatch 50 some T-Rexes. Some of them are, I mean, we're not keeping 50 T-Rexes, so you can imagine what is about to happen. But, anyway, that's what that guy is for. All right, so we're just gonna drop some eggs. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this weird thing. I've never had this weird situation on my screen. I can't seem to get it to go away. So, whatever. I don't know. It's only when I'm in the, this menu. We're gonna drop a bunch of baby T-Rexes, and ideally, they are going to hatch. I think I need more incubators for this, to be honest. But we should get some hatching fairly soon. It's usually best done in first person. There! So some of our first baby T-Rexes are here. Now these ones are unimprinted, and basically we're just looking at them to see if they have a color that is different from either of the parents. So far, that does not appear to be the case. And it's easy to do this with a lot of, like, little... There we go. Ah, see? Okay, right away. Alright. So, we've got our first mutation. These ones are very obvious. So we imprint on that baby. And then we just look around to see if there's any others that have mutations. Normally they're pretty obvious, but sometimes belly mutations are hard to notice, especially on these big honky guys that have crazy shadows under them. I think that's gonna be it. Hopefully I haven't missed one. I'm sure you guys will tell me if I did. Alright. And then we just start murdering. I'll be back after we're done murdering. Fucking knew this would happen. Our crystal vibrant got in the mix. You are supposed to have your harvesting behaviors turned off, buddy. Disable victim item collection. That was my mistake. Okay. Now I have to try and get this guy back where he was. Now, we've got one baby T-Rex. So we're going to whistle him. And he's going to come to us at some point. So we'll clear him out of here. Because when he's big, he won't fit through this gate, and he's slowly gonna grow. We're not turning him on to breed, but you can see he's still got several colors from his parents. He's just got this one rainbow color. So what we'd have to do, and we won't be doing this at any point because, I don't know, maybe like after I've done it a bit, we'll bring you guys back to see. But basically, we have to breed these other like base colors out of him. So we'd breed him to somebody with a different colored spine, and ideally we'd get a crossbreed between those two. It's getting the mutations is kind of the hardest part, and then getting the colors that you want. Like, we might get 5 different colored bodies. We might have, like, a, you know, bright purple one, and, like, a yellow one, and a, you know, I don't know, like a red one or whatever. We might have all these different colors, and we then decide which colors we want mixed with what. So, like, if we got, you know, 4 different kinds of spines, we might, like, pick a different color. So we just mix and match these until we get a rainbow dino. But yeah, this is our first little babby, and he is maturing. And then eventually I'll find a good place for him. But here we are going to behavior. We're going to set him to passive, and we are going to set his behavior to, his harvest settings to disable resource harvesting, because we don't want a repeat of the wyvern incident in our near future. And then we just get rid of the rest of these eggs. Here we go. Ah! So here we go. We've got another, this is what I was talking about, a spine mutation. We also, of course, want to check for belly mutations. Very obvious spine mutations. Sometimes they're not as obvious. Ah, see? Here we go. We've got a belly right here. Oh, they're orange. So I'm just claiming the babies that we want to keep. Alright. Oh, that was twins. Sometimes that'll happen. But they are not. Okay, so. There. And we just got the two left. You'll notice these guys are different levels than the parents, and that is because their stats are not identical. Was that another fucking wyvern flying over my head? That better not have been another one. Oh no, it was just the tail of one of the fire wyverns up there. Okay. Alright. So we got this guy, and we got this guy. Come on, babies. Let's go. So each of these guys needs a fair bit of space, because if you look how big the adults are, they'll like grow into each other, and then it's just about impossible to get them to separate. You have to, like, at a young age, separate them out so that they're not standing in each other. T-Rexes. But, and like any of these big dinosaurs. Some of the smaller ones, it's fine, but the big ones will encroach on each other's space. So that was all the T-Rex eggs. We could do Spinos next. Or we could do something smaller. What else do we have a lot of? Got a lot of iguanodon eggs. Ooh, let's do raptors. Everybody loves a raptor. So quick look at the parents, just to remind ourselves what the parents look like, just in case. We've got, they're both kind of greenish. That yellow, that flame coming out of the one, that's just a pack buff, so we're not really worried about that. But they both have kind of, one's got a green belly, one's got kind of a brownish belly, and then they both have their feathers on their head are two different colors. They're, you can see, and I mean each of them has two different colors. One of them's got kind of like this bluey tint on the end within the green. And then same thing on the other gun's got darker base feathers with kind of like a off green. So I'll just collect the feathers or the raptor eggs, and then we'll do that. Got about the same number of raptor eggs, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, a few more. But okay, here we go. We'll start dropping these. You can see the eggs are much smaller. Babies will be much smaller. Probably just do them in packs. Packages. There. Alright. Here they come. Alright, so we've got triplets of this mutation. Probably don't need all three, but it might be useful to get a male and a female, so we'll just take them all for now. through males. Okay, great. Alright, anything in here? Keeping in mind, we're also checking bellies. What about over here? Not terribly good on the mutations, it looks like. We did get a mutation here. Another set of triplets, crazy. But I'm pretty sure that's a natural color. But if we check... Here, I'll show you how to look. Oh no, it isn't. That isn't a mutation? That has to be a mutation. No mutations. Alright. So we will just options, unclaimed baby. Still checking for bellies. Bellies or butts? Shockingly, I think that's it. There's a lot of eggs to hatch to not get any mutants. Well, we did get some mutants. We got these 3 mutants. We'll give him 100 meat, and we'll just, wait, what level are you? 147. Right, they're all going to be 147 because they're triplets. So we're going to unclaim extras. They're all males. Claim. And we're gonna murder this whole batch of babies. Should be a lot easier to kill than the Rexes were. Oh man. Takes them a while, doesn't it? Like, I'm really small. Don't shame me. Okay. Whoa! Where are you going? Alright. You. Alright. Behavior. Passive. Harvest settings. Stable. Settings. Stable. Alright. What else could we do? Trying to think of what would make cute babies. Triceratops, I think, have pretty cute babies. Let's look at the Triceratops babies. Okay, so Triceratops, we got these 2. They actually have quite... This one has quite brightly colored butt. Also the back of their, like, I don't know what you call that, crest. I believe they have horn colors that are unique. And then their bodies are two-tone, I think. They've got, like, a back color, and they've got, like, a body color. So that's what we're looking for in terms of mutants. Mutants. Like, sometimes we do, like, hundreds of these at a time. Like, once this operation actually gets going. But in this case, we've only got, like, 60 or so of each egg. Because we're still in progress. Okay. Quite a few bright colors. I think we have not gotten lucky here at all. No, I couldn't tell you what the actual percentage is of getting a possible mutation. In a batch of 50, I suppose this isn't that uncommon to get none. But yeah, I don't see any. Nothing to get excited about anyway. No unique colored butts. Well, it would be not good of me to not do the Spinos as well. 'Cause, you know, Spinos. They're, I mean, let's be honest, they're probably the coolest looking dinosaur. I mean, well, okay. I just watched a video the other day on how like controversial the way these dinosaurs looked actually is. We still have no idea. We don't know, that might have been a hump instead of a sail on their back. We just have no idea. And we have no idea really much about like how they lived or what they did. Like, we know that they probably fed on fish to some degree because of their nose. But like, did they actually swim? Or are they just like, it's just such a weird dinosaur, and nobody really knows what they're about. So if you're wondering, that's kind of the situation. These guys mature a lot faster. These guys take a lot longer. I'm gonna have to turn the maturation speed up by like quite a large amount because this is way too slow. I shouldn't have to hand feed them. Ideally, they should blast through that phase because they will lose health after they're born, basically. So that's why you have to give them food if they're not at 10%, I believe, of their maturation. They'll start eating from troughs, so I don't have to worry about like going into their inventory and actually giving them food. But before that, they will just continually lose health. You can see his health is going down, then going up, and then going down, going up. That's because he's eating, so he's gaining the food buffs. He's also losing health. So yeah, you just have to make sure to feed them more than the amount of health that they're losing. Otherwise, they die. But if you turn maturation speed up fast enough, they mature through that phase before they have the chance to lose enough health to die. That's the idea. So anyway, here we go. We're doing Spinosaurus. Big ol' dinos. This is going down. That one's going down. That one's going down. Okay, great. Okay, we're about to have our first batch of Spinos. So, more babies over here. Looking for signs of belly morphs, sail morphs. I think this is a mutation here, possibly, or is it? No, it's not. Nor would we be that interested in that particular mutation anyway. Got a few more. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna have to kill these guys. Here we go. More children. Pretty sure that's just the same color, it's just in shade. Yeah. Alright, so nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. You guys are all boring too. Cool. Nice. Well, that's how it goes. I don't have enough eggs to guarantee mutations. But the nice thing about this is, like, I can just AFK. Generate eggs, come back, and all the eggs are ready to be hatched. I'm level 94 now. Anyway, I think that'll be it for our like little look at Ark. I hope you have enjoyed it. Our baby raptor is probably high enough, well enough matured that he can, yeah, so he should be able to eat out of the trough now, which will be good. I don't have to worry about him dying. And then basically what I do is, because like you can imagine, the number of dinosaurs up here gets kind of silly eventually. So I expand out into this plane down here, or at least that's what I did previously. and I just cleared a bunch of it out, and I just had a whole bunch of dinosaurs out there. It was just a giant field of beautiful multicolored dinosaurs, and it was amazing. Yeah, I had some epic ones, so that's the plan, to do that again. I don't play this very often. I just kind of log in like every once in a while and get a hankering to like play it for a day or two, and then I get bored of it because it's a bad game. And again, I want to stress to everybody, please do not buy this game. Don't give the developers any more money. They don't deserve it. It's bad. It's a poorly optimized game. This is a 300, so this game is probably what, like 10 years old? It's 300 gigabytes. Wrap your head around that. That was like, I used to have a 1 terabyte hard drive. It was a third of my hard drive just to install this game. Crazy to me that it's that big, and it's so poorly optimized. It runs so badly, so many glitches. It's just not good, and they just keep making more stuff and asking more money from people. So don't support devs like that, please, for the love of God. Do not buy this game if you don't own it. If you do own it, like, absolutely play it because it's amazing, but don't play it either. If you don't own it, don't buy it, please. I've made my case. But yeah, so that is our little play around in Ark. I think my internet's back up, so I can go do something useful rather than waste my day playing this game. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!
Thank you.